All right, guys, welcome to Quest for the Holy Ale. We're here with Brenton from Kickback Brewing.
G'day.
Tell us all about your life, your brewing, your world.
Yeah, so we are located in Aldinga. We've been here for nearly 7 months now. We opened middle of June last year, 2021. So we're very early days. We are very much a brew pub, big tap room, big beer garden with a focus of servicing our local area. So goal is to sell all our beer at the bar. We've got a full kitchen to support that. So heaps of food offerings, heaps of specials during the week. Yeah, lots of new beers coming out of the place.
Yeah, wicked.
Awesome. You got what are your big plans for this place? Just continue doing what you're doing, or?
The main goals at the moment is just to establish ourselves as a brew pub.
Yeah.
We want to focus on obviously getting all our beers up to top notch, getting recognition for where we're at with that sort of thing. But yeah, the real focus at the moment is to solidify ourselves as part of the SA beer scene. Big part of, I guess, breweries that are coming and going from SA. So yeah, that's us at the moment.
All right. What actually got you started with Kickback? Like, what was the inspiration behind creating the brewery?
Yeah, so like I homebrewed for many years, and then but I was working as a petroleum geologist for a long time, and wanted a big change of scenery from that, and decided to pursue a passion rather than a career. So I've delved into that, chased that dream, and this was kind of the outcome of many years of planning to go into, professional brewing. So yeah, Kickback is really the result of a change in lifestyle for myself primarily. It's purely selfish in that sense, but to create a place where I could really just have a big brewery to play around on.
Yeah, definitely.
And see everyone enjoy beer, the beer that I made. So that's always been a big part of what I've enjoyed about brewing, is seeing people, have a sip and go, oh yeah, I'm into that. So that's the purely selfish reasons that I like brewing, is to see other people enjoy what I've made. So
yeah, it also brings the community together as well, and Aldinga is pretty tight knit. There's not much down this way, so having a brewery, it kind of makes it a destination as well for people who don't live in Aldinga. So
absolutely. So I mean, the population down this area is growing very rapidly. It is an incredible secret in SA that the beaches down here are amazing. I don't think it's going to be a secret for much longer, but the beaches and the vibe, the community between Aldinga through to Salix is amazing, and we're getting a lot of local support. A lot of people who have wanted something like this for a long time, as a place they can hang out. But yeah, we've just gone through the height of summer, and we've had a huge tourism influence as well. So that's been a big increase in, I guess, our tap room over the last few weeks, which has been really good to see as well.
Yeah.
We talk about beer. What's your favourite style of beer to brew?
Favourite style of beer to brew? It's true. I do like brewing a range of things, but we have a broad range of beers here. I mean, in terms of like a challenging beer, it's our lagers, in terms of getting them right and making sure we hit all our processes spot on.
Saying and nothing to hide behind.
Nothing to hide behind, but I do enjoy making a big hazy or a big double IPA or something like that as well, just because of the fun of making such a big amount of that sort of beer is.
I remember when you first opened, the hype was all around the hazy.
Yeah, and it probably still is, to be honest.
Yeah.
The local guys have got on board a hazy train from day one, and we've just, it's just gone from strength to strength. So we sold out of our core range 7% Welcome Stranger hazy, hazy IPA. Last week. We've got it in tank ready, coming out soon. But we've developed a mid-strength hazy. We often bring out a limited release somewhere in that 5 to 6% range. Delving into the world of all the oak cream IPAs as well on the hazy front, and extremely popular popular style at the moment. And part of running a brewing business, in my opinion at least, is to provide the people with what they want as well. Yep. So as much as hazies aren't everything that I always want to make, it's one of those things you just got to keep chasing and doing, because it's people want it and they ask for it and they love it. So give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Did you brew many stouts over the winter?
We
Say you were
just in the middle of winter when we opened.
winter when you opened, yeah.
Yeah, so we had one stout at our oatmeal stout, and we
Yep.
and we did an English brown ale as well.
That's cool.
And a red ale. So our red ale was very popular as well,
Yep.
which we dialed back for summer as an amber ale. So it's a similar recipe.
Did notice that, yeah.
Yeah, but we dialed back how roasty it was, and just lightened it all up, just so we can still have that offering here, but in a different style. So
I saw that gingerbread bit
That's-
as well. Is that still?
that's on tap, actually.
Ah,
yeah.
Didn't you see that?
No, I didn't. I just saw the videos on Instagram of dropping them all in, and
That was great. That was a fun beer. So we're right next door to the bakery, the homegrown bakery in Aldinga, and so we teamed up with them. We got it. I think there was about 60 or 70 gingerbread men to start with, but I don't know how many made it into the mash because it was breakfast time. So I think we got about 50 or so in, and that was just in our pilot system. We run a 250 litre pilot system for our experimental beers, or just to trial something new, or just to do a very limited batch of something.
Right.
Something like, well, this was a Christmas gingerbread porter. Brewing 10 hectolitres of that would have been pretty gutsy in the middle of summer. So for us, this was, so we did that. We put in 50 gingerbread men. We added a whole lot of Christmas spices, cardamom, cinnamon, ginger.
There was a syrup as well.
A lot of golden syrup.
Yeah.
So and it's just, we love that part. It's probably, I prefer brewing on our pilot system, because
Right.
it's just, that's the home
Creativity.
brewer of me still.
Yeah.
Getting to do all those things, or go, let's try this out, or let's try that out, or bring in a new yeast or new hops, and we can have a play on it without risking too much to go down the drain. So
Well, I guess Easter's coming, so hot cross buns is obviously
there's a few
100
things.
hot cross buns. And,
yeah. We got some ideas for Christmas for sure.
Easter,
Easter's coming up.
Yeah.
There's been talks of a cream egg as well. So.
Oh, geez, yeah. Cadbury collab.
cream egg,
Yeah,
We'll see how we go.
That'll bring me down.
Definitely.
Yeah,
The-
it's good.
Well, on the word of collabs, have you guys made any beers jointly yet with any of the other SA breweries?
No,
or?
actually haven't. It's something on we want to start pursuing this year. This startup has just been purely about just getting up and running. For us, opening in June, it was all about getting ready for our busy season in the summer. So we haven't had that opportunity yet, and most of the breweries coming in summer are probably thinking the same. So, but we will be starting to. We've started talking to people and that sort of thing. So we'll hopefully have some stuff come out.
That'll be really good. Yeah. And
cool.
and any of the SA breweries, like, do you have a favourite? I don't know, your favourite beer from one of the SA breweries that you've tried?
Yeah, for a long time it was Future Light, the Radler. So we were selling a lot of that here as well, mainly because it was a beer that I could jump on after a brew day and have a few of those. So that's good cracker beer. A lot of their beers are cracker beers. I mean, everyone makes a good bear, so there's always a favourite from all of them. So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like choosing your favourite child.
It's hard. There always is one. So, that's good.
Well, I guess as another point would be, if you had to, I guess, pick your favourite brew style, or like your favourite to consume apart from, your favourite from SA.
Yeah.
What would be your go-to craft that if you went into the bottle shop, you'd just
At the moment, I pick, I'm very seasonal drinker. I mean, it depends on the weather, it depends on the day, what I've been doing. So
Right.
I'm very happy to go out and drink a lager at the end of the day. If I've been working all day, I'll crack a lager. But equally, I'll sit on a big stout or a big double or something like that and enjoy that part of it. So, bottle shop at the moment, I haven't been to a bottle shop for ages, but I'd love to go to a bottle shop. It'd be great. But if I was to go in, I'd probably be buying just a huge mix-up just to see what other people are doing at the moment. But
Seasonal.
I like to try, like, that's why we put in 16 taps here, so
Yeah.
we could always have a bunch of guest taps on. No, it was never the goal to have 16 beers from Kickback here. It was like, let's always have space for like 2 to 6 guest taps, so we can bring in, and that's again probably a selfish decision, because I was like, that gets beers from other breweries in
That you
here
can
that I
drink,
go and
yeah,
try, you know?
yeah.
So we've just done a Dainton tap takeover.
Yep.
We've got that on, put it on yesterday.
Any favourites?
I tried, actually they did a peach, I think it's peach, like salted peach sour, and that was delicious, so that's worth a try while you're here. And then they've done an Imperial New England IPA, which is huge, it's 10%, but you know.
Yeah, Stormtrooper.
Yeah, it's thick and it's tasty, so. So, yeah, no. It's good.
Yeah. So as far as events and I guess community, coming back to that.
Yeah.
What are you guys running here? I saw you've got yoga, beer yoga in the back.
We've just started that.
Yeah.
So we're open 7 days, and we've tried to have something on every day of the week, Monday to Friday, and then over the week, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, we tend to have live music here. Mondays we're running sort of local specials. Tuesdays we do a quiz night, so we've got quiz masters in. We do that. That's been very successful over summer. Wednesday we do our wings night, so we do kilo of wings with all sorts of sauces for $20 a kilo.
Wow.
We try and get people to ring in pre-order and that sort of thing, but we're sort of selling, 20 to 50 kilos a week at the moment.
Nice.
So the locals are loving that.
Yeah.
Thursdays we do like board games. We've got a whole big range of board games we bring out, put them all out. People can grab a game and sit around, have some beers, play a board game.
Sounds like Paul's thing.
It is, yeah. I do love a board game.
fun.
Yeah.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sundays we just run live music. So
That's awesome.
yeah. And it's been going really well. So gets people down here for something different every day. Different people for different things. So that's the whole goal, is to attract all the different walks of life in, because Brewery is one of those great places where it's very open to anyone to come in, and it's family. We're very family oriented. We've got a huge beer garden, big lawn games all the time, and plenty of space for kids to run around, or
Dogs.
dogs. We have dogs out the back as well.
Yeah.
So that's our goal, is just to create a big space where people can hang out. You don't necessarily have to be a full-blown craft beer lover to come here. There's other options we do, and that's why we brew. Like, one of our core beers is a classic lager, and it's one of our best sellers as well, because there's a lot of people who like to have a lager.
And cider.
And we do a cider now as well.
Yeah.
So because pretty much, like, if a group of 10 comes down, there's probably 1 or 2 actual craft beer lovers. That's the reality of it, and all the rest of those people are there for the ride, but they still want to have a drink, so they get a lager or a cider or a wine, and then they can all enjoy it. So
I'd say this Mexican lager is awesome right now.
Yeah,
That's it.
perfect.
I had the standard lager before, and that was really good too. Like the Good Folk
lager.
Yeah, that was really good. And I can't remember what this one was. The
Mid-Coast Haze.
yeah.
That's our session hazy.
that was really good.
It went down well.
It did. I'm going to need a magic replenishment here. But what I was going to say is, how many Instagram interactions do you need to get to be able to run one of the beer yoga sessions? If you get enough love, you actually will run the session and be the instructor, or are you the
For
instructor?
me to do
The instructing,
very unqualified, but we could try. It's actually with the yoga studios just across the road. So
okay.
One of their instructors comes and runs it.
Right.
We just did, so that's Monday night, sort of 6 o'clock, you grab a pint, you do a yoga class for an hour, and then you probably come in and have like filthy big burger and another pint to offset the healthiness you've just done, so
That's all beer yoga is. You can just drink a beer while doing yoga.
beer yoga, So it's like, I think
Alright.
all the stretching and everything, you have to be like with a pint in your hand.
Oh,
that's
okay,
awesome.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it adds a little bit of complexity, but I mean, you can't do something that more relaxing than
Having a beer and stretching.
and stretching in the sun on the grass. Like,
I remember when Paul told me about beer yoga, and it's like, okay, that's cool. What is it?
Yeah, I didn't know. I just saw the beer was on the ground. I'm like, do you do a stretch and then reward yourself? And then it sounds like you reward yourself the entire time.
Do it however you want. I don't mind. It's just a place to another thing that you can do while drinking beer. So
Exactly. And Brenton said he only needs 20 likes on his next Instagram post, and he'll instruct the next class.
20 likes.
Yeah, no.
I reckon it'd be like 1,000 likes.
1,000?
1,000, I'll run it.
See if we can do it.
Run a
See, it
class.
sounds like he doesn't want to do it, but then do it.
Bring on 1,000 likes. 20's that's an easy target.
Yeah,
Too
yeah.
easy.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Yeah.
So also news, you've apparently there was a world ranking for breweries, or
Australia-wide, yeah.
Australia,
Beer
yeah.
and Brewer magazine. They do a judge. They send their judges out to all the new breweries in Australia, and late last year, so they announced that we'd come up runner-up best brewery in Australia. Runner-up behind Heaps Normal, the non-alcoholic brand on the East Coast. So we feel like we've done really well.
Yeah, definitely.
As a brew pub in SA, so that was really nice. Little bit of recognition for us and what we've done here. But this year we're going to get into a bunch of competitions for our beer. So we're going to try and get Royal Queensland shows coming up real soon, and then Australian International Beer Awards. We'll try and get a lot of our beers to this year as well, and cross our fingers and hope that we're the punters.
choice.
They like it as much as the judges do. So
Yeah.
So I've had 3 beers so far, and I've been thoroughly enjoyed each one. There's nothing I can fault
Yeah.
about them.
that's good.
I guess the
And
question,
your venue's beautiful as well.
Definitely.
Plenty of room. It's good.
Yeah.
and I can see there's a bit of space here in the brew room for a canning line. Am I right? Because at
we
the moment
think-
it's just growlers as a takeaway, right?
Yeah, so we did have those goals about putting some stuff into package.
Yeah.
But we sort of underestimated how much we'd sell from the venue. We are actually adding some additional fermenters this year to try and keep up with some of that and be able to create some extra capacity for things like canning. We don't have a lot of space for a canning line, but there is a mobile canning line set up now in SA, so
Right.
we might look at using those guys, and then or setting up something quite small so we can offer some cans. But yeah, we'll see how we go with all that.
It'll help you get in.
days.
Well, that's right, but it'll help you get
Hasn't
into
even been open
Gabs
for a year.
and
Yeah.
get you into some more competitions. But,
True. Yeah,
but the other competitions just require a keg, right?
That's
you just
right.
post
so
it
we
in.
send off a 20 or a 30 litre keg,
Yeah,
and then they do all the testing and judging from that. So
excellent.
yeah, so
Well, I guess a big question that I've got is, what is something that you wish someone would have told you before opening your own brewery?
oh wow. Probably everything is going to be bigger than you think it's going to be. Like everything's going to be more than you think it's going to be. So like, I mean that in the sense of like staffing and because we've set up quite a big tap room. I mean, the staffing requirements for it well exceed what I ever thought it was going to need. Far out, yeah.
Brewing,
It's tricky.
brewing equipment.
Side. Yeah, I mean, the brewing equipment side I thought we had sorted, and I, for the first 3-4 months, I ran the brewery side by myself completely, and that was something that was never going to work out long term. So I've now got someone in helping me with that. If I'd done that from day one, we would have been better off. So
Yeah.
to understand those sort of things, and that's the sort of stuff like I didn't know coming from, I guess, home brewing to stepping into commercial brewing. There was no in between for me. I didn't do any gypsy brewing or like work at a commercial brewery or
Right.
any TAFE courses or anything like that.
You
to
just dove
understand
straight
it.
in the pool and see what happens.
Yeah, I really went deep. So, but it was good. Like it's worked out, and we've had some guys in to help along the way and that sort of thing, but nothing serious. Just to get us up.
Just get somebody to help you brew. That sounds like that was it.
That
And
was it. Yeah.
don't make your venue too large because you need staff to fill it and serve
Need
it.
staff. At the moment, obviously, with the COVID situation, that's been tricky as well. So we've been fortunate enough to make it through the last month without any like shutdowns and those sort of things over the height of summer. So, but it wouldn't take much. Like we could lose if we lost sort of half our staff to close contacts or something like that. We we would not be able to operate.
Sure.
Because we just don't have the staff capacity to open the doors. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
it's
feeling
scary.
that with work at the moment too. So.
Yeah, it's hard. So I mean, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Top up.
Welcome back after your
Intermission.
intermission.
Yeah.
Intermission.
Feeling better?
Oh, I feel fantastic.
You look it. You look
less
fantastic.
fidgety.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have survived. I'll be all right.
What have we got?
Well, you were talking about them in that last segment. We've got the Christmas gingerbread porter and the summer amber ale, and I've got a pint of mid-coast. So yeah,
It definitely tastes Christmassy.
yeah,
It's,
coming out
does
very Christmas pudding.
Definitely, yeah. You want to try?
Yeah, there's
Do the old
COVID's
swap
not a thing here.
Yeah, in the brewery, COVID doesn't exist.
No, it's too sanitary here. That's wicked. I do like that.
I'm really
It's-
into the amber.
Yeah, I'm really into the
Really
Christmas.
into the amber.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so I mean, obviously being a brew pub, we get that bit of fun where we get to trial lots of stuff, and we set ourselves up with the pilot brewery, but like 200 litre pilot brewery, so we can always muck around with stuff. And part of that is me trying to keep like the home brewer alive in me and make sure that we keep playing around with new things and experimenting. But we get the benefit of going, oh, this tastes all right, let's put it out on tap and see what other people think. And often I'll go out, we'll put it on tap, I'll just fill up a whole plate of tasters and just take them around to everyone in the tap room. And just go, oh, this is our new beer, you know, try it out, blah, blah, blah. And see what people think straight up. And that's a lot of fun. That's a big part of the fun of like the smaller brewery world, I think. And that's that flexibility and going, oh, let's try this now, or let's do that. We're not risking crazy amounts of beer. You know, some of the bigger breweries, you know, they're going to struggle to always do that.
Right.
So, I mean, this year we've got plans to, like, on our pilot brewery, we're planning about 25 to 30 brews this year on that system.
Wow.
New beers, or refining a recipe or whatever it happens to be, and then we'll anything we like or we want to upscale. It's just a really easy move onto our bigger system. So, at the moment we've got in the pilot tanks we've got a new goza which we've done as a lime cucumber goza. And then we've got another beer we've done as a kind of a collaboration beer with Kylie from It's a Beautiful World,
Right.
which is peaches and cream, oat cream IPA.
Jeez, sounds good.
Yeah, she's local, very local. We're her closest brewery to where she lives, so we see her a fair bit down here. And I said, she was like, oh, I'd really love to learn about brewing. And I said, well, as long as you tell her, you say what beer it is, you tell us the beer. We'll work on it. So we sat down and she was like, I want to do peaches and cream. I was like, okay, wow, you know, could have showed us something easier. And then we spent some time, sat down, had a bit of food and just worked on a recipe, built a recipe, and then brewed it, got her in, she did the brew day with us, and then, so we released that in a couple of weeks. And then, what did we do this week? This week we did a new IPA just using some New Zealand hops we wanted to trial out on an IPA. Waiti and actually no, it was one New Zealand hop, Waiti, and then we used Idaho 7 as a hop combo, so we'll see how that comes out. But I guess that's the sort of thing we get to do on that system, and then we've still got enough volume there to really get a really proper feedback on the beer.
So hazy with the new one that the Waiti in 907. It's a hazy. Or?
It's not a hazy. No, it's more like a West Coast. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We're playing around. We're going to try and bring bitterness back. I don't think it's possible at the moment. But
It's got to be back, man.
we struggle. Honestly, it's a really crazy time at the moment in craft beer.
Yeah.
It's we like our consumers or our customers will just love.
Sweetness.
They love sweetness or hazy beers, low bitterness beers. They love lagers. They love oat cream. So we had a pina colada oat cream IPA that we did at just
heard about it.
sold like crazy, and we were like, wow, this is amazing. And it was good beer. That was a combo with Sabro and Idaho 7 to give that coconut pineapple flavour. With the
So no
sweetness.
coconut, you just got it all from Sabro.
All from Sabro, yeah. So that was really cool. Worked out really well. We're going to brew it again soon, bring it out again. But it was, and I'm not super sweet. Like, I'm not a massive sweet beer person. So the oat creams for me are pretty restrained on the lactose side of things. But yeah, good beer, like good fun beers to make, and we'll come and go. Like I don't think you'll come in any time here, unless you're like here every day. But like if you're coming every few weeks, there'll always be a couple of new beers, a couple have gone, a couple new ones will be here. We're trying to keep our 4 core beers on tap all the time. So our lager, our pale ale, our IPA, and our Welcome Stranger hazy pale ale. So I'll say that, and Welcome Stranger at the moment is sold out. We sold out over the Christmas period. That'll come back into keg in about a week or two, week 10 days. And so the moment, and that's our goal. So we sort of, those 4 beers cover our bases, and we probably cider will become not a beer, but that's part of our core range. And we're looking at putting our mid-strength hazy as a core range beer. It's an amazing seller down here. It's a very popular beer. So
It's a deserving core range after the one I had.
yeah, it's
It was
just
absolutely delicious.
and it suits where we are. So it's like it suits the local guys who come in and they just want to have a few beers and still drive home. But it also suits the tourism market hugely. So we get a lot of people drop in who are coming in to go down to the beach, or they're driving past. So it's a perfect beer for those sort of people. So
We also want something that's easy drinking. Like you do, as you said, you've got the low percentage of craft beer drinkers who, are fully into it, but majority of the people coming through are looking for something good to drink.
Yeah.
That is easy, refreshing,
Yeah.
especially down at the beach. Have
exactly.
a surf,
Yeah.
have one of them. You can still drive home.
Yeah. So we get a lot of guys come in. They come in, stop in, grab some growlers, and head down to the holiday house or down to the beach. So that's pretty cool. And they come back and they get them filled up like we do. Growler fills are huge here.
Yeah.
So it's a huge thing. I really wish growlers would become more popular in Australia. There's just it's an interesting. I don't know why it hasn't become more popular, because it's such a sustainable option for customers and for breweries to come in and get that beer straight off the tap. I understand, the issues around growlers and having to drink the whole thing, obviously, but there's nothing
for
wrong with
some.
that.
Yeah.
But so we actually, most of our sales for growlers are 1 litre squealers, but we don't, we just get them out there, and we get a lot of people doing that. So
You got branded squealers and growlers?
we
or-
do. We
You
have
do?
a couple of options on them. We don't charge much for we just get them out there pretty much at cost price and get people drinking beer. That's our main mission here.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
come in, get them filled up again, and we'll just switch them over.
They
And
like it, they'll come back.
exactly. Yeah, and a lot of them do. Most of them do. So it's something I wish, like you were talking about canning earlier, I actually wish people would just come with
Growlers.
growlers.
Yeah. I just see the problem down the track when you've got like 10 growlers to put in the fridge because you've gone to all different breweries. You just have a separate fridge for growlers. But no, I agree.
Doesn't sound like a bad
No,
problem.
no.
Right. But yeah, I get the can world as well. Canning creates a whole world of problems for small breweries, I think. So it's a difficult process.
Something you'll get to though.
Yeah,
down the
we'll
track.
get to it.
Yeah.
But with all these fresher beer styles that we're all loving, like hazies and particularly hazy beers, they're the hardest beers to make sure you get right in can.
Long-term goal, you haven't even reached a year old yet.
Yeah. I'm talking like you're canning next week. But,
No, we're away off that sort of thing. Yeah.
That's all right. The beer tastes better from the tap anyway. So
Every
you want
time.
people to taste the exact flavours you've created.
Yeah. So we love people coming here. We set up Kickback as an experience. So like Kickback is it's a place where you can come and enjoy beer, beer garden. You can bring your family, you can have a meal. It's comfortable. That was our goal. Like it's the Kickback experience. No one thing outshines the other. We've got good food, we've got good beer, we've got a good place to sit. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to create that vibe.
Relaxed.
So, yeah.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
What were the other names in contending with Kickback?
Oh, far out. Brewery names are hard to do. Seriously.
Can imagine.
There's, with nearly 6,000 breweries in the US, and it was something like 600.
6,000. I think they're getting close to 8,000. If not, they've reached that.
Probably. So when you start going, Kickback Brewing, you type that into Google to see if there's another brewery or whatever you can, Ministry of Beer or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
You struggle.
Right.
You think you've a name. You'll go, I call myself this, and you'll be like, there's 3 of them in the US. There's one in Europe already.
True.
And you go, well, we don't want to do that because we don't want to try and have to compete with that world and online. So
or confuse people as well.
Yeah. So
but were there any other names?
Early days, we were actually called Dead Set Brewing Company.
Okay.
So there's a history there. So that's our backing company, is actually Dead Set Brewing Company. And we lost out on that due to trademarking issues. So we went to trademark that name, and there's actually another brewery in Australia that had trademarked Dead Set Lager.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And so, we at that point made a decision to
just to kick back and come up with a name. And Kickback was
Kickback. And to be honest, Kickback, at the end of the day, with what we created, Dead Set was very early days when we were getting everything started. Kickback significantly better represents what we do here.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we're quite happy that the name changed. But if you look around on all our kegs say Dead Set Brewing.
Oh, they do. Okay,
they're embossed on the kegs and stuff.
So there'll be a collector's item.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Excellent.
Cool.
Well, shall we get a bite to eat and
sounds
more
good.
beers?
Cheers.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks,
No
mate.
worries. Cheers, love. Thanks for joining us for the tasting portion. Had a wicked lunch with Brenton. Awesome. Good chat. Wicked food as well. I could probably eat 5 of those burgers just because they're so good, but that's being gluttonous. For the core selection, we've got the Mid-Coast Hazy Pale, Good Folk Lager, Off the Leash Pale Ale, and the Anchor Steady IPA. And due to COVID restrictions, we've decided to use separate glasses here for the taste. So the first up is the Mid-Coast Hazy. Cheers. Super hoppy, super juicy, nice bitterness at the end.
Quite light, easy on the palate.
It is, and 3.4%, enjoyable all afternoon.
Yep.
Wow, that is really good.
Wow.
Crazy, man, crazy. So for the next one here, we've got the Good Folk Lager at 4.2.
Gonna regret this.
Lager.
It definitely is lager.
It's so good. I'd have to say, good folk, good lager.
Easy drinking, approachable.
Crisp, clean. Jeez.
That's good.
Next up, we've got Off the Leash Pale Ale. I'll just drink some, you can drink some after. That's good. Malty. Good bitterness at the start. Ready. Punchy.
I agree with everything you said.
It's very rare, very rare. That's good. It's not too heavy either. And then we've got the Anchor Steady IPA. Here's one he's prepared earlier. His taster is a little bit bigger than mine. Compensation. That's just a good IPA. That's solid. Good colour as well. I like the...
Not too bitter.
Yeah.
It's got a nice malt backbone to it.
It's not overly hoppy either.
It's not.
It's good, but it's not like
Fruity,
hot bomb.
It's not juicy or anything like that. Yeah.
It's just, I guess, what a good IPA would be.
Super toned down West Coast.
Cheers. Well, I'm going to have to say that they're all decent beers for sure. I'm torn against the Mid-Coast and the lager.
I'm going to hit the lager today. I've had enough beers today where it's like the lager is a winner for me.
The lager is a winner for you. I must say, I do love the lager, and it's the first one that I ordered when I came through. So,
All right.
there we have it. Our pick for the next entry to the Quest of the Holy Ale is the Guldfolk Lager
Okay,
by
you can see
Kickback.
through. You could read a book through that.
You really could. You could read the good book, the holy book. I don't know if there's a holy book of ales, but excellent.
All right.
Cheers for that.
Thank you. Cheers.
Get some of the lager.
Right, cheers for joining in with us. Thanks for Brenton hosting
No
us
worries.
for this awesome day. The food was rad. Get your ass down here.
Definitely, just in Aldinga, so you can go to the beach afterwards. The food here is Kickback, it's excellent. But yeah, definitely stop in. And as I said earlier, we'll try and boost up the likes for Brenton to run the next yoga session, the beer yoga session. So
Can't wait. Put my liker on.
there you go, nice and tight. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Cheers,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks for watching.